The Duggar family is going through a hard patch, and their strongest and most intelligent daughter is at the center of all the trouble. Counting on 19 kids and Jessa Duggar Seewald are just a few of the many reality TV shows that millions of people have grown up watching with Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. But this isn't a story about cute nurseries, joyful tears, or baby showers. The story follows a family as they try to stay united in the midst of tragedy and grief. Even if it appears like the world is collapsing around them, the joy that comes before the storm. They could not have informed their fans of their impending sixth child's arrival with more joy than Jessa and Ben Seewald did. On social media, love was a raging fire. Jessa looked absolutely radiant in the photos that her many admirers shared on their page to celebrate with them. She held her tiny baby belly while flashing that serene grin that has won fans over since her days on TLC. Her caption for one of her posts said, "Every life is a gift." Meanwhile, behind the scenes, things just didn't add up. Later, in an emotional and honest video, Jessa would admit that her gut had been telling her something she wasn't emotionally ready to hear. A turning point occurred when all things changed. The phrase sprung into my head when I was getting what was supposed to be a standard checkup. "I'm sorry. There's no heartbeat. 4 words are all that are needed." Furthermore, they can hit any mother like a freight train. After Jessa suffered a miscarriage, the comments not only caused her further pain, but they also brought up a painful memory from her past. She finally spoke up on a private video blog after some time had passed, her voice quivering and her eyes red, saying, "I just froze. I was prepared not to cry." My response was non-existent. Ben held my hand with an iron fist. Put another way, we were just unmoved. Sudden and unexpected, tragedy struck. Warning signs are non-existent. It won't hurt. A thumping heart should have been there, yet all that was heard was silence. Ben's silent melancholy. Ben has been the more reserved of the two, in contrast to Jessa, who has always been open and honest with her fans, discussing topics such as motherhood, faith, and even the challenges she faced during pregnancy. According to individuals who are close to the couple, however, this loss struck him particularly hard. He was so ready, a friend of the family revealed with us. While he was helping to set up the bassinet, he had resumed his habit of reading baby books. Simply put, he wasn't able to stop expressing how eager he was to finally get his hands on his child. After they discovered it, he remained silent for a number of hours. Ben posted a verse from Job in a rather unusual Instagram story. The verse read, "The Lord gave, and the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." There is no caption. Not a filter. It's nothing except heartbreak, sadness that permeates the entire house. There was a dramatic change in the atmosphere in the Seewald home, which had before been filled with the cheerful sounds of Spurgeon, Henry, Ivy, Fern, and baby George. Jessa stated, "The children are not able to comprehend. People are always asking when the baby is going to be born. I'm at a loss for words, and I don't know how to respond till I stop crying." After much deliberation, she and Ben came to the conclusion that the best way to convey the news to their children was to offer a gentle explanation. Ivy held me in her arms and reassured me, "It's okay, Mommy. Perhaps the next time." Having that kind of innocence is both therapeutic and devastating at the same time. The Duggar family is gathering together. Almost soon, the extended Duggar family, which is as large as it has always been, came together. Jinger arrived from California via airplane. On a regular basis, Jill called and shared her personal experiences with the discomforts of pregnancy. Even Jim Bob, who is typically associated with being a stern patriarch, was observed to be noticeably distraught during a church session. During the course of several days, Michelle Duggar, Jessa's mother and a woman who has been through her fair share of tragedies, went to be with her daughter. There are times when a mother absolutely requires her very own mother. Jessa wrote in a gentle article, "We're crying with you," is the reaction of the fans. Jessa Duggar's public announcement of the devastating news was met with an amazing response from the Duggar fan base, who has been following this family for close to 20 years. "I was 11 weeks pregnant when I lost my baby. Not only are you not alone, Jessa. Greetings and love, Ben. Keep your strength. Your strength in the background is awe-inspiring. The infant is in God's care. Now you have us. Those who were critical of the family took a moment to offer compassion. A user expressed their sentiments by writing, "Regardless of our differences, a loss such as this deserves nothing but compassion. The road that lies ahead is somewhat lengthy." In spite of the fact that Jessa has always placed a significant amount of importance on her faith, she is experiencing a different kind of healing this time around. "I'm having doubts about those things that I never imagined I would. Not because of my faith in God, but because of the fact that this keeps happening," she admitted. Why is it that some mothers are able to keep all of their children, while some of us have to say our goodbyes before we can say hello? As for Ben, he is also dealing with his own little storm. Those who are close to him have reported that he has been keeping a journal, reading scripture, and going on lengthy walks by himself. According to reports, he told a pal, "I just want to be strong for her. However, I am shattered on the inside," paying tribute to the infant who they were never able to meet. The couple has not disclosed the identity of their child who could not be found. It is true that they do not know whether the child was a boy or a girl. Nonetheless, this has not prevented them from mourning in the same manner that parents do. Alongside a little stone that just reads, "Forever loved," they planted a white rose bush in their backyard. The stone was named after the couple. Never to be forgotten. As Jessa puts it, she feels the leaves first thing in the morning. "Even though I never had the opportunity to hold them, it is my way of wishing them a good morning." This is a message of hope. Despite the devastating loss, the Seewalds are making an effort to discover glimmerings of optimism in the midst of the gloom. As a family, they are spending more time together, engaging in activities such as reading, completing puzzles, and baking. Jessa noted that as a result, it helps us stay grounded. Also, it gives the children the impression that their parents are doing well. Despite the fact that it is beginning to fray, Jessa's faith continues to be the glue that holds her together. As she puts it, "There are times when I feel the peace of God like a blanket. On other days, I have the impression that I am barely clinging to life. On the other hand, I have faith that recovery will occur." Continually, it does. "Slowly but surely," she said. The final words spoken by Jessa are, "You are not alone." In her most recent post, Jessa stared directly into the camera and talked not only as a celebrity, but also as a woman, a mother who has experienced sorrow that is indescribable. If you have lost a baby, regardless of when or how it occurred, your grief is real and should be respected. That is not an overstatement at all. In no way are you being weak. It's only that you're a human being. Her eyes welled up with emotions as she announced the conclusion of the video with the words, "You are not alone. There you are. I will be praying for you as well." Some concluding remarks. Loss is an inevitable part of life, yet doing so does not make it any less difficult. During the course of their life, Jessa Duggar Seewald and her family will always remember this tragic event as a turning point. Not one that is replete with lullabies and baby coos, but rather one that is full with pain, strength, and the kind of love that persists even when there is no sound.